Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I'm doing a collaboration video with a whole bunch of other amazing people, so I will link all of that as much as I can in the description box, and what I can't fit in there will go into the comments because we do have a limit as to what I can type there. I learned last time, so I will figure out a way to link everybody. But basically we are all sharing our spring favorites. So spring favorites in the realm of polishes, which I'll have to say is very hard because in my mind spring and summer polishes are the same, but I've tried to limit it to newer spring polishes that I've been using this spring. I didn't go back to like last spring or previous springs that much because I would have just showed you like this whole complete collection, basically half of my China Glaze collection. I just gravitate towards so much in the springtime. So I literally would have been showing you like the top 2.5 shelves that I have over here. But instead of doing that, I kind of went to my desktop and literally looked at what I had out recently and had been using and finding myself repeatedly using, because there were a few polishes that I felt like I needed to mention. And there are still some that I'm pretty sure are going to turn into spring favorites, but they aren't yet because I haven't used them. So like I said, I could have turned this video so many different ways, but I've tried to limit it to what I have been using. Also, side note, if you hear any weird noises in the background, it's because Dixie is in the room with me and she's chewing on a chew toy. So first up, let's just get into it. First up, we have a really pretty glam polish. I thought I wanted to only put polishes in here that I knew were available. And I know that some of these may no longer be available or a limited time or could be sold out when you see this video, and so I do apologize for that. But they were just the ones that I've been using a lot recently, so wanted to get them in there. So back to what we were talking about. We have Always Be a Unicorn by Glam Polish. Now, I don't traditionally gravitate towards purples, but I've really been enjoying this one. This one I wore 2 or 3 days this week, I think. It's just like a lovely light lavender that has a pop of hot pink in it, which I love, and very iridescent flakies. I think my idea is to like insert some bottle shots here, so hopefully you guys are seeing those instead of seeing me, because that's gonna be better anyway. Then next up we have this one from Glisten and Glow. This was released last month, I think. I'm not positive about that. If it's like with any of these, if they are still available, I will link them down below so you guys can grab them, or I'll tell you that they weren't available. This one is called It's Gonna Be Legend, wait for it, Dairy. This was a collaboration polish that Glisten and Glow did a little bit ago. This is like the most perfect color of the year, Living Coral Pantone 2019 shades. Perfect coral. I know you can't see like that side of my room, but it's all coral and turquoise. Love it. So I'm really excited about this polish. I think it is beautiful, great formula. And this was a collaboration between Marzipani and Glisten and Glow. And like I said, if it's available, I will link it below. I didn't mean for all that to rhyme. It just happened. And next up we kind of have two of the same brands, I should say. So first up we have some VitaFit polishes from Defy and Inspire. If you don't know, Defy and Inspire is a Target brand, but they've recently released a like sub brand called VitaFit, which are supposed to be their like, what are their claims? Vitamin infused nail polishes. And they're very affordable. I want to say about $2 to $3, depending on if you get them on sale too. I know I bought them buy one get one half off, which is totally worth it because I love the polishes. And 2 of them made my favorites. They're definitely on the summery side, but I bought them recently. I used them in a watermelon tutorial. You guys probably saw it on here. It has not hit my Instagram yet, but you guys saw it here a while back. So first up, I will show you the green one. This is such a pretty green. It is like the perfect summery green, and this one is called, I looked at the bottom, the names aren't on the bottoms on these, they're on the back. And I will mention, these are smaller bottles, so you are getting less polish than a full Defy and Inspire polish bottle, but in all honesty, I mean, rarely do a lot of people hit the bottom of a nail polish bottle unless you are maybe like me and use a lot of polish. But I feel like on some colors that's just not gonna happen. A white polish, absolutely, but for $2.99, I mean, it's not bad. Okay, back to the name. This one is called It Can't Stop, Won't Stop, and it is a gorgeous green. It took about 2 to 3 coats. I want to say it was 2. Might have been 3. I know the first one was like really sheer and I was like, not sure. First coat was scary, but the second coat got me to full coverage, I'm pretty sure. I will link that video below if you want to see it. But yeah, got me to full coverage really quickly, and I love the shade. It's such a happy green, and I really don't wear green polishes often because I feel like when I do nail art on top of them, if there's anything white, that the green turns the white green. But this one didn't happen anytime that I've done it, so I'm pretty happy about that. Then the next one that I got and loved was this other pink VitaFit polish. This one is called Fitalicious, and as you can see, it's like this gorgeous watermelon-y pink with a thicker golden shimmer in it. I wanted to say metallic, but it's not metallic because it does have like a curly-like formula where the glitters kind of like sit in it rather than become one with it. And it is gorgeous. I think you can really see that goldeny, glittery, shimmery bit in it. And it's just chunky, and not chunky in a bad way, like a chunkier shimmer. I don't know how else to explain it. Like, this is what I would consider a fine shimmer, and this is what I would consider a chunky shimmer, even though it's not chunky to texture. Hopefully that makes sense and doesn't confuse anybody. Maybe there is a term for that and I'm just not aware of it. It's very possible. Love this one. And I love these two together because it's like so summery and like a watermelon, which is why I did watermelon nail art with it. Next up, we have kind of the pastels, which make complete sense for spring. I love a good, like a sun-bleached pastel, or sun-bleached neon, which is like a pastel that's a neon, which is kind of an oxymoron. Anyway, bear with me. So next up, we have the London Town Polish. They had a new collection come out about, I think, last month. Really pretty, 4-piece collection, all very like pastel-y, very spring-like, and will work in the summer. And I have used them all numerous times. One for, you know, swatching, one for layering them with some glitters, which were so fun, and I actually like put it on twice because I loved it that much. And then I also have plans to use them in the very near future for some nail art. But this one is a Lemonade Pop, and it's gorgeous. I don't know how to describe it. When you put it next to a purpley shade, it pulls a bit more pink, but when you put it next to a pink shade like this, it kind of pulls more purple. So it depends on what you are near and what you are pairing it with as to what shade it looks. It's just a really pretty color. I see this being a great one that will take me into summer, and I will probably use in the summer as a base for nail art because I love like these types of colors in spring and summer. Which leads me to the next one. The next one is also from that same collection, and dropping it. This one is called Dainty Days, and this is another one of those kind of confusing ones. It's kind of a blue, it's kind of a lavender, so I'm going to call it a periwinkle because that does capture both of those color families in my opinion. Dixie down here. You look cute. This is Dainty Days, and it's just gorgeous. I really liked that. I paired it with another glitter, and it was so much fun. I think you guys saw these glitters that I'm speaking of. They were Moonshine Mani glitters, and they're amazing, and actually they are on my desk, so we're gonna put those in this video because I love them. Anyway, back to what we were talking about. See, I get so excited about polish. On to more creams before we get to glitters. Even though the glitters are totally impromptu, but I just love them that much. I'm so excited about them. Anyway, hi Dixie. Here is Lotus Begins. I haven't used it this year, but I love this one. If I was kind of looking at my picks, I do always try to pick a lavender shade to use in the spring, definitely around Easter for some reason. I like to put bunnies on top of them. And this is the one I usually gravitate towards. I didn't always have it, so it has changed a little bit over the years. But Lotus Begin is such a nice, light lavender shade that I absolutely love. Next up, we have, this is kind of like a bittersweet polish to show you. So this is China Glaze at Face Value. Loved it. This is like when it originally came out. So it is actually down to like here because that is how much I've used it. You guys can see a little like space gap there. Love this polish, but it's gotten to the point that it's kind of a goopy mess, and the only way that I would be able to use it is if I did put it onto like a makeup sponge and use it as a gradation, or I was doing it for dots or something. And I was looking into buying it again, but when I was at the store, it did not look right in my opinion. It looks like they've changed the color a little bit in stores. And I mean, yes, it's still a pretty color, but it's not at face value in my opinion. So I'm probably just gonna have to make peace with the fact that I can't get it anymore. Okay, now that we are done with the section that I had originally brought out here to show you, now that I realize those glitters on the side of my desk right here, I'm gonna go ahead and show you my favorites. I don't know if they're still available. I think they are, because it's called the Let's Something Magic collection. Wow, I'm so informative, aren't I? Anyway, this polish is a part of a collection that Moonshine Manny recently released that I absolutely loved. Anyway, they came out with 4 kind of like glitter toppers. Love them. Of course, I'm one of those people, I don't like removing glitter, but I have a peel-off base coat for that. Granted, my peel-off base coat is no longer like available, so I'm on my last bottle or second to last bottle. I'm getting a little worried about it. Yeah, it's a sad story that I can't figure out. Anyway, actually, while we're talking about peel-off base coats, if you guys have any recommendations for peel-off base coats that are latex free, let me know down below, because I'm gonna need to find something to replace what I normally use. I normally use the Big Peel Off, which I think I've recommended in a video before, so I'm sorry if you guys watch that video and want to go find it. Apparently you can't buy it anymore. I'm really not happy about that, because it's my go-to and I use it daily. And the great thing about it is that I can use it to peel off the polish, but if I don't want to peel off the polish, it's okay. It's gonna stay on my nails for a good amount of days. Like, I think last week I wore it for 3 or 4 days and had no like chips or anything. Anyway, there were 4-piece glitters. They were so much fun. I loved layering them with different things, but there was just this one. All of them are gorgeous. But there was one that I repeatedly wore, I think, 2 times, and I swatched it that way as like a testing, and I liked it so much that I had to put it back on to wear it like for the rest of the next day, because it was just so pretty. And it was called a Falcor. I love this one. You can just tell I'm getting really excited about it. So this one has a little bit of everything. This is like Easter in a bottle, in my opinion, and spring in a bottle. So if you're looking for something for Easter or spring and you want a glitter that's like the original like glitter toppers that were such a thing when indie brands started, this one is the one you want to try. It has kind of like, I want to say a nude shade in it, but I know nude's not necessarily the proper term, but you know, kind of like a wall color shade, like that type of shade. Nice tan, taupey. Those are little micro glitters, and there's some square ones in there of that. There's big lavender circle glitters, which are so fun. I feel like those might actually be my favorites, because you don't get a ton of those on nails with each stroke, but when they do come out, they're like in the perfect spot. And that's another thing about these glitters, you don't have to work at it. They come and like lay on your nails really nicely in one coat, and I just don't have enough good things to say about it. I could keep going. And then it's got some like light sky blue. It's got a little bit of teal in there. You've got a scattered holographic glitter. Like, there's just nothing in here you're not gonna like. I love the shape variation, the size variation, the color combination, the hollow. I mean, it's probably one of my favorite toppers and my go-to topper right now. So if you're looking for a good glitter topper, I would suggest this one. This is Falcor by Moonshine Manny. Love it, love it, love it. Anyway, I'm just rambling at this point. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing my spring favorites. I'm hoping that this video isn't super long. I'm probably going to cut out some things so it's not such a mess. But I just get excited about polish, and I think that's kind of the fun part about these collaboration videos, is that you're getting to sit and talk about polish with other people that like polish. And you don't necessarily get to do that in your everyday life, although my mom likes polish. That's where I get it from, so we do get to talk about polish often. Anyway, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys back here very soon for another new video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Bye!